now more than ever,
people need shelter's help. We've all been asked to stay at home.
But many don't have a safe place to call home.
Hello, are we live? I'm having some lighting problems, which is why this is starting late. So, sorry about that, give me a second. What is going on down here? I don't know what's going on. Stick. Oh, come on. 2 secs. Please, there we go. That's better. Oh god damn, this thing's taking up space. It's getting it feels like summertime, so there's really no need for it. How are we all doing? How are we doing in chat, fellas? Tell me if the audio balance needs changing. I don't know why JTag's so apologetic. There's no obligation to be here. It's not like he signed a contract or anything. DJ, nice to see you. Fred Guy, more toys. Ooh, concept art, interesting. The trilogy of merch reviews. Again, I have so much of this stuff. I've required 3 entire streams for it, but I'm gonna get a move on because we should be done by 5:30. Pit made you suffer? What happened? Hey guys, how you doing, Pit? Nice to see you here, man. Quiet boy hours. Matt's a little quiet. I should be louder? Okay, let me turn myself up. Quiet boy hours, is that good? The soundtrack is too loud, Matt's too quiet. Thank you for the tips, guys. How's that? Are we good? I mean, I could listen to myself, then it would actually ruin the audio of the stream. I'll just listen to myself via this method. This might kind of work. Perfecto. Well, I'm going to stop before I ruin anything else. I'm just going to get straight into this, right? And if there's further problems, you guys can tell me about it. So, today, I'm back with the merchandise reviews. Perfecto, we good, thank you very much. Fred Guys played Into the Pit Lights Out. Guys, you may have noticed I actually have 2 live pages up right now. What I'm going to do, because I don't know how really to get events work, these are both going to go private. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to copy all the details onto this one. So there'll be a new page. And in case you guys don't know, yes, I am a beta tester for Into the Pit's Lights Out. So I have the beta. I'm going to be playing that this evening. Before that, however, we're going to be getting on with some more Fnaf merch reviews. So there's today's QOTD. If you could make your own merch, what would you produce? The most creative answer wins. I believe this is what we want. I haven't got the micro cam. Let me just go set that up. So everything's a bit of a mess right now because I've been making something else. Where's the micro cam? Should be here. Give me a second. I knew I'd forgotten something. And this is it. There it is. No, that's not it. could have sworn it was in there. Hang on, fellas. Let me just keep digging. There it is. Okay. So yeah, everything's a bit of a mess right now because I am making Project Fear, which is the Fnaf game. It's technically F-E-A-R, but it's just easier to say Fear. Obviously, it's a horror game. It's about being scared and things like that. So yeah, not, you know, the Brexit Project Fear. That's completely different, and we're not going to talk about it. But the it's been messing with my stuff. I've been, everything's a bit of a mess right now. So let me just activate this, and we're good. Hey fellas, look at this streamception, eternal stream. How are y'all doing? Hey, how you doing, gorgeous? Let me stop that. Let's put this thing down somewhere nice. Excuse me. This is so messy. I'm gonna knock over my hydration at this rate, which is gonna destroy all my electronics irrevocably. Not good. There we go. There. You guys may have noticed I now have a desk next to me. Hello. I've got a desk to my side. So now what I can do is actually have them displayed on a proper flat surface. It's kind of tilted, but I can adjust that. That should be good. So yeah, I'm all good to go. I have to be careful with my mouse because I've got limited space for that now, but that's not a problem because I'm not moving it too much. Rockstar Freddy Piggy Bank. Rick, you did say that, and that was a fantastic suggestion. Rick, you're winning the shout out, boy. If someone else can beat him, though, you're welcome to submit an answer. Rockstar Freddy Piggy Bank is perfect. That's quite creative, and it's not been done. It would work so well. Action figures of Dreadbear and Grim Foxy. That's not very creative, but then again, they are relatively obscure. Those would be really cool, though. I would love to see figures of those two. A big sculpture, one animatronic, in a dynamic pose with a cool base. Yes! There was a thing they did with Springtrap, and they also did it with Enid. I know exactly what you mean, Fred. Those are really cool. Oh, it's going to be difficult to pick, because you've all given me such good answers. But anyways, let's go on with the merch review. So, the first one we got up, first of all, we've got one more set to go through, and then we're going to be looking at the builder figures. So, we're going to finally finish, starting with the real deal. Golden Freddy, everybody. So obviously you got the packaging. Again, we've seen it enough times. I'll show it one last time. That's the set. A good set, in my opinion. I think it's fine as it is. It's perfect. The layers aren't doing their thing. Let's just pop this guy out with the microphone. So again, obviously we now have the final piece of Springtrap, the arm. And again, I'll probably do this when I build the figure up. That's going in the pile. However, we have the figurine here. Wait, that's the wrong screen. Forgive me. I'm too used to using that one. We're not screen recording. We've got a second camera system going. Golden Freddy is here. So let's get into this. First of all, again, typical of Wave 1. His pieces are more loose. His legs are actually quite stiff. He's aged pretty well, like Bonnie. And he's quite posable. Like, you know, his head can, you know, tilt and rotate a good bit, which it should be able to. You know, obviously his arms and legs can move. The only thing that's really broken are his arms. That's my fault. This is ever so slightly loose, because if you look closely, which this camera's resolution is literally too small to show you, it's slightly cracked, and that's just my fault. That's just wear and tear. It actually hasn't been like chopped off though. So yeah, let me get him up here for you with this microphone. Now again, the microphone prop, like the model, is identical to Freddy Fazbear. If you look closely, you can see it's identical. The paint job is a bit messy on the microphone here and there, but that's just kind of pot luck. The texture on everything and the feel of it, however, is sublime. I think that's okay. That's just blue tack on his hat. That's fine. He's in pretty good condition considering his age. It's a shame that weights don't turn. I would love that, but again, that wasn't a thing with Wave 1. And yeah, now Golden Freddy is actually a recolor in the game, so that's not a bad thing here, because he is supposed to be a kind of second Freddy, but he's got the obvious differences. First of all is the color scheme, which they've nailed. The yellow and black, amazing. Again, the upper teeth, I don't actually mind it because it looks right, but it's not accurate. Pretty much all the details are right, like his eyebrows, his ears, they look lovely. They got his feet. This is another great one for mixing and matching as well if you want to create a kind of yellow character like Spring Bonnie or Fredbear, who isn't actually one of the two. The only weird thing which I know people complained about, other than like the weird textured shoulders, which I think are to keep it stable to be fair, is the eyes, because they don't have white dots, which is something that's more of a reflection, I think. And I don't mind either way, because either way looks good, but they're not actually hollow. It's not actually a hollow eyeless face. It's actually just eyes and eyelids that have just been painted black. And it's a bit of a cheap effect, really, because it just looks like he's got eyes, but they're fully painted black. In the light especially, you can see the kind of texture and the depth, and that shouldn't really be there. It should really be like hollow or black on the inside, or like, because rather than being eyeless, he's just got black eyes, and it's a very small detail, but it's not, it looks slightly off in terms of accuracy. From a distance it gets the effect across, but up close you can definitely see it, which is a bit of a shame. But otherwise, in my opinion, this figure's actually perfect. It does everything it needs to. Again, it's got the weird band around his hat, which isn't in Fnaf 1. So again, few inaccurate details in his head, but pretty much a really good figure. Again, other than the small colouring detail, the fact he's a recolor is literally the only difference from Freddy Fazbear, and he's in way better condition than my Freddy. So this is really all I have to say about Golden Freddy. He's honestly a solid figure with a few inaccurate details, and that's about it. So yeah, there you go. I'm now going to put him on the table, and I think what I might do, if I've got time, is create a display with all the figures. Not just the ones I'm opening this stream, but all of them. So let's keep him there for a while. Let's actually have him stood up, not broken on the floor. So we're now going to look at Nightmare Foxy and see him up close. There you go. Hello. Again, the back. See it one more time. Really, really bad set. Like, it was going really well the first four, and then you get some weird choices towards the end. Nightmare and got mixed feelings about Funtime Foxy. Was just terrible. I don't know why they did that. It's stupid. It's stupid. I can't get that close without bending it. So yep, just gonna get the pop off. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Put that in there. Again, we've got Nightmare on's like is that arm or leg? Which part is that? That is Nightmare on's left arm. So that goes in the British box. And yeah, that's all cool. Now, obviously, Nightmare Foxy has a slightly different build to us because he's like skinnier and stuff. They've definitely based him on the Fnaf 1 Foxy, but they've made some fundamental structural differences. And I actually think it's a pretty good figure. Again, let's take a look at him up close. So he doesn't have the rotating hook that Rockstar Foxy does later on, but the angle isn't bad. You can do some decent kind of angle poses. It's not like going at any weird angles, usually. The level of detail, I think, is the first thing that strikes out to me, because again, like the Nightmares, he's got all these like rips and stuff, and they look alright. I'm just gonna the light side. They look good. They've got all the right details. Obviously, his waist can rotate, and it's, you know, not too stiff or anything. Even got like the back of his head there, the joints, the teeth, the eyes are pretty accurate. The eye patch, or the lack of it, it's kind of just like the eye patch melted on his face or something. And the ears, and obviously his feet as well. You don't see these a lot, but there is a frame in the closet where you can just see like his waist down, and they got the details spot on, I think, with the lines and like the four toes and all that stuff. And these are really good for mixing and matching if you want to make like a withered type figure without using Foxy's legs. I've seen some people do some creative stuff. I like how they made his color scheme correct. He's red, but his shorts are like kind of brown, which is good. And the posability and the like durability are both pretty good for this figure. Again, the Nightmares have like harder heads to take off. I don't think I've ever actually taken off Nightmare Foxy's head. First time for everything. Unless it like can't, I won't push it too far, but I think I can. Have I ever done this? I don't know if I have. I don't want to break it, but I think I can. Do or die. There we go. See, that was the hardest piece of tackle. That was alright. I've never actually taken off his head before. It looks surprisingly good on its own. Look at that, the snout and everything. I'm noticing details I haven't before. But yeah, let me put that back on. Let me just pop that bad boy back on his neck. Oh wow, this is hard. Oh no, it's gonna be like Scrap Baby all over again. I'm gonna struggle to get his head back on. It's gonna be Long Neck Foxy. Give me a minute. Okay, that just popped his arm off. Not good. Although I've noticed they built his shoulders as like part of his torso now, so the arms are kind of protected. Luckily nothing snapped just then. Yeah, I've just realised I've been an idiot, and that's going to be really difficult to get back on. Not impossible, it'll happen, but might not happen this stream, which is annoying. I'm going to try one more time, and if I can't do it, I'll just move on. But yeah, I was tempted, guys. I was too tempted, and now I've got to get this man's head back on, or he's going to die. But yeah, it's overall a pretty good figure. I don't like how his head doesn't go back on. But yeah, it's detailed, it's posable. It's probably one of the better Nightmare figures. They did him justice. Unlike Nightmare Bonnie, which is really stuff like that. Come on, please. I'm losing view time. There we go. I got his head back on, guys. It feels a bit looser than usual, so I'm never going to do that again. But his head is back on safe and sound, and he can still do all the posing. In fact, it's even more loose now. So it goes to show how they were focused on durability with these figures, and it's lasted, and I just hope I haven't permanently broken anything. Nothing lasts forever, but these are good figures. This one's lasted a long time. It's durable. I've had this thing like 3 years or so now. So he's going to go on the old desk. Go back to the show and tell screen. Like so. There you go. And I don't know, I'll put him there with Golden Freddy. So yeah, you've got Fox, you can get his hook in view. And now, the thing is, the sister location wave only had 4 characters to make the Build-A-Figure. And I happen to have a Walmart exclusive for the Peterson wave. So I'm going to now look at another Pizzeria Simulator character to finish off the main one, and then a bonus from that to make up the missing sister location character. So, really hard to do this. So you've got El Chip, alright? El Chip's Fiesta Buffet. Again, there's the back. You've got all the rock stars, the mediocre melodies, and the Scrap Baby. Beautiful. Hey, you guys, a reminder. The sister location one looks like this. Obviously, they're only like the big 4 who make Emmett. It's all lovely, jubbly. And let's just unbox this bad boy. Boom. You didn't see that, sorry. When I walk away, working out a way to get my arm down. So, El Chip obviously comes with a piece of Scrap Baby. Again, we can look at this cloth, I guess. I don't know. It looks cool. We'll look at the Scrap Baby soon. But now, El Chip, he is a pretty interesting figure. He's very unique. He's not really like any character we've had before. This is, you know, a sneaky reference to Chipper. I'm not sure what exactly this instrument is supposed to be. You guys see, it looks like something medieval. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. But he's got it's a string instrument. It's some sort of guitar. I'm not really sure guitar. I feel like the musicians will be mad because it's like, you know, what is it supposed to be? It's got 6 strings. But yeah, there he is in all his glory. I will admit, you don't hold it as well as like Pikachu holds his banjo, for example. Like this thing is harder to keep in his hand. You can do it, just to say. And yeah, it looks pretty iconic. I'm gonna leave it out for now, but it's a nice prop. And we'll go to the chat screen to get a closer look. So you've got that here. I like the level of detail. They've actually got all the 6 strings ironed out, which is way more detailed than Bonnie's guitar from Wave 1. You gotta admit, like they've even got like the frets on there properly and everything. So yeah, I don't know what instrument this is. If you guys could tell me in chat, I'll read it very soon. It's kind of weird looking. But El Chip himself is really interesting because he's sort of one of the rock stars, but he's not. He's from the Posh Pizzeria. And he looks like a rock star, but he's not one of the main gang. He's obviously got, you know, good amount of mobility. He can turn his waist and everything like the main characters. You can see the details they've got in his face. He's like a beaver, so he's got a different shaped mouth and teeth, and obviously the eye colour and everything. I don't know, I'm pretty sure he does have blue eyes. I actually don't remember. Yeah, hang on. What colour are his eyes? L chip. Whoops, I'm not the because I don't know how accurate that is. I remember that jumping out at me, but I can't actually remember what it's called. Yeah, his eyes are green coloured. It is accurate. It's just you don't see him that much in the game, so you forget. But yeah, and obviously he's got like the orange toes and knees and everything. But the interesting details are one, his hat, which completely changes everything because it cuts through his head, and we've never seen something like this before. It's even got like the detail on the side. You see the kind of pattern. And the cone, it's very good. It's very accurate. A lot of good amount of effort went into this, I think. Anyway, even clips through the ears to stop. And he's also got the beavers on, which is like incredible. Like the closer we add to this is Funtime Foxy. And admittedly, this does actually restrict his movement. He can't really move his legs behind his tail, like unless like he does that. Because the tail itself is kind of stuck, but it's accurate. And this is like a animatronic that's going to be performing on stage rather than like chasing you down a hallway. He's out shit. He's never actually been an antagonist in the game, so I don't mind the fact that it's accurate for the sake of mobility. You can still do a lot with his legs. Like you can move him left to right. You can turn his ankles, of course. You can move them forward. You can have him like leaning down if you want that L-chip ass. Please, God, don't run me on that. Again, he's still very posable. His hands are pretty good as well because one of them's flat, one of them's curled round, so he can hold items probably. I really like this figure. I think Rockstar Foxy is probably my favourite, but L-Chip comes close because he actually he really makes he just works. Like there's a good amount of detail. It's not a character that's like one we've seen loads, like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, or Foxy. They really did go to effort to do him justice. He's highly posable, he's articulated and accurate, which only sacrifices a little bit of posability. But not like that. And obviously the parts come off that. I'm not gonna take his head off. I don't want to that. But yeah, very, very good stuff. I'm really happy with this. So there's L-Chip, folks. He's a happy boy. Just going to go back to the show and tell screen. Maybe just have this not really working, is it? Oh, that works. Oh, I get it. I've been making all the whatever it is. I'm making it it's supposed to hold it like that. He's going to serenade you guys now with his skills. Yeah, there's L-Chip. And now, we can move on to the last one. Am I in the right way? Yeah, that way. No. But it's that way, no. But it's that way. This is the left one. So, there's the back. You've seen this all many times. Layers. Oh, the last one. Come on, make it work. Make it beautiful. That was perfect. Now, Lefty is a bonus. They're an exclusive. Only at Walmart, so they don't come with a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to switch to my screen real quick. So you can see, Walmart exclusive. Now, you may be wondering, Matthew, how did you get your hands on this? You're not even American. I didn't get the Walmart exclusive of Lolbit and Jacko Chica for this reason. But it took a long time for Lefty to arrive. And it was expensive. It was like double the price of the others. But my mum went and got it because, unlike the other two I mentioned, Lefty is actually an extremely important character, and it's the closest thing we have to a figurine of the puppet. So, well, Nightmare is probably closer, but the point is, we've got Charlie, alright, in a sense, which is why I thought I really need this one. So, I think it was worth it, because here's how good they are. First of all, there's the microphone. Nice recolor of Rockstar Freddy, gold instead of purple, which fits, kind of fits. It fits very nicely into Lefty's hand. And there's a whole lot of things I just adore. Again, it's like Rockstar Freddy, but better. The model looks less weird. Like, I don't know if it's just my luck, but the face isn't as pointy. It's still a bit inaccurate, but it could be worse. They've got the eye detail right, and like the corners right. They've got all the details, like the color scheme and the teeth. Again, it is just a Rockstar Freddy recolor. I wish they had like the slats, like Fredbear has in the Fnaf 4 minigames. texture feels good. It's like, it's not like the Fnaf ones, which is really musty and grainy, but more like shiny. Like, you can probably kind of just see how shiny it is. It's proper plastic, and it's good. The star is probably slightly big, but again, they do it with all the figures. It makes sense. The bow tie and the hat have like a shine on them, which are really cool. It's hard to see, but they are actually kind of metallic. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they do have like a metallic shine, which is awesome. There's just one thing which ruins this figure. There is only one thing I can really criticize about it. Lefty has been made right-handed. The mic should be in this hand. How do you fuck up this bad? It's literally in their name, and I don't know how they managed to do this, but they made Lefty right-handed when they are very clearly left-handed. Like the Lefty is the whole, it's the whole point. It's their nickname because it's based on what they stand for. It's like, it doesn't bother me a lot, but it bothers me a good amount. Like they just took the Rockstar Freddy template and recolored it. Like the eye again isn't actually hollow; it's black, but that is what it's supposed to be like. Unlike Golden Freddy, it's like a black eye, not like a hollow eye. But they even had the hand templates to make him left-handed because L-Chip has 5 fingers. They could have used L-Chip's template so he could hold the mic in the left hand, but they didn't. They were so lazy, they just used Rockstar Freddy. Which is a real shame. Because it's such a simple oversight that makes it look kind of strange. But, if you're like me, you're not really that picky about accuracy. But look, it's Lefty, right? Other than that one huge detail, it's perfect. So, you know, it doesn't anger me or anything. I'm not actually pissed like some reviewers and commentators, but it is strange how it's like right-handed. There are also one or two like paint oopsies. There's one there on the belly, there's one there near the eye. Again, that's kind of potluck because sometimes it happens to some legs, which is again a real shame. But you know, is Lefty worth the money? I mean, if you're a collector like me, yes. If not, probably not, because you know, they haven't fixed any of that, and it's just the same as the other thing, double price, which is about $30. But I don't regret it. I do love all these figures, despite their flaws, except maybe Funtime Foxy from Wave 2. That's the only one I genuinely probably don't like and would sell, except I wouldn't because it wouldn't be worth much. But other than that, you know, Lefty's amazing. Lefty's epic. So now we're just gonna go back to the show and tell screen and put Lefty here with the gang. It's a very random assortment of characters, but it is what it is. In fact, what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna move the light so it's on them. Okay, that made absolutely no difference. We're gonna try this again. Let me just move that. Boom! Spotlight. What do we think, eh? How about that? How about that for some lighting, yeah? Lefty looks pretty epic right now. So, yeah, now I'm going to read chat for a little bit off my phone. So, enjoy. Looking at the little display, we'll move on soon. It's also been half an hour, actually. So, before I do, if you guys are enjoying the stream, do leave a like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell. And do all that, because it supports me. It's all really appreciated. Check out the links in the description as well. And while we're here, let's get the charity shout-out done. Hey, look what's playing. If I go to my charities, today's shout-out is 350. You might be wondering, what's 350? Well, 350 is a front page. They're about climate change, alright? Or rather, you know, just halting it. They're an international movement of ordinary people working to end the age of fossil fuels and build a world of community-led renewable energy for all. They want to switch to more sustainable energy sources, stop fossil fuel projects, and, you know, stop spending on, like, dirty energy. You can see what they've said here. There's a video. I'll just read out a bit of what they've put on here. The climate crisis is immense. We must be daring and courageous in response. We embrace experiments and new solutions, recognizing that this crisis requires innovative ways of solving problems. We We work for justice. The fight against climate change is a fight for justice. People all over the world are feeling the impacts, but the people suffering most are the ones who have done the least to cause the problem. The work we do, the ways we do it, has to address that injustice. That means listening to the communities who are getting hit hardest, amplifying the voices that are being silenced, and following the leadership of the people on the front lines of the crisis. They care for of ourselves and our communities, honour one another in a non-violent approach to the work, and to share that spirit in learning with others. No one has all the answers, so we value experience and knowledge of our partners and our communities. And that's why we listen to them, so we can learn and evolve together. It does go on, there is a lot. But yeah, they're transparent and accountable, so they know they're got integrity, and they collaborate. The climate crisis is not just an environmental issue or a social justice issue, it's an economic war and economic issue. It's all those at once. That's quite profound, actually. But yeah, effectively, you might be wondering why it's called 350. I believe the answer, this is the about page, hang on. There is an explanation. There is an explanation, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere here. The reason they're called 350, if my mouse could start working, is, please, for fuck's sake. The reason they're called 350 is because they're about getting the number of carbon dioxide kind of particles from 400 parts per million to 350 parts per million. I think that was it. It was something scientific. My mouse is freaking broken. The page isn't working, so I'm going to just reload it. But the point is, guys, if you want to make a difference to the environment, these are people and these are communities that you should be supporting. They are absolutely all about more renewable energy sources and ending use of fossil fuels to, you know, keep the world less polluted and, you know, slow down or halt the climate crisis, if not reverse it, ideally. But obviously, it's easier said than done. People still work things out, but if you work together, you make it. They just got a great message. You know. So the link to that is now in the description. All right. So yeah, that's today's charity shout out. That's my good deed of the day done. And now I'm going to go back to reading chat. So what have you all been saying? So J-Tang is incessantly apologetic about not watching the stream, and then I guess he just had some spam of random characters. Did my really good job, right? Thanks for the moderation. Let me go back. So yeah, so that's audio. Livy's here, hello, thanks for joining. Kenyalia Goodman, hello, before, thanks for joining. Will Matt Ramsey show off my wall of pop boxes this time? Only time will tell. Thank you for the reminder, Rick. I'm going to show these off right now. Not really you could say about any action video. Wait, which one are we talking about? Shit. Fnaf just decided to acknowledge Toy Foxy. Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about. Why is my PC's not plugged in? Shit. I'm sorry guys, I'm having so many issues. I don't know what's wrong. I'm just kind of like having a struggle with life. Nothing new there, obviously. Plug that in. Plug me in. I know, it sounds a little rude. And yeah, let me go back to Rick's chat because did he send it again? Holy crap! I've never seen this before, guys. Look at that. That is every single pop owned by Rickadoodle. You can see a load of Five Nights at Freddy's along the middle bottom with the original gang, Nightmare Chica, Fun Time Freddy, Lefty, and that kind. He's got like Deadpool, bunch of Star Wars characters there. I think that's Captain Phasma. Not sure who some of the ones at the top are, but I can see on the highest rows, I can see some kind of Cuphead. Pretty sure that's Joker from Persona. Is that Venom? There's a whole load of cool things here, and that's definitely Thanos. He's even got Lightning fucking McQueen in the middle. Like, this is what is this? This is incredible. That is a fine addition to the collection side. That is truly epic. I swear you had a different photo that you sent to me though. I swear there was another one. I don't know if I'm misremembering, or if you just didn't send it till now. Yeah, you know what? You know, I think that was it. And there was someone else. So I believe it was my boy Smog, who wanted to show me something because I think he had a glow-in-the-dark Nightmare Freddy pop, which was really cool. Let me just find it, because he definitely sent it to me. Here we go. Boom. So, yeah, he also has a Nightmare Freddy glow-in-the-dark pop, or mystery mini even, I don't even know, no, it's a pop. Which is a bit weird, but obviously it's because it's green, because it glows in the dark, and it actually is really cool. I don't know how well it works, but that is pretty exciting and epic, that it's got like a glow-in-the-dark pop. So yeah, that is some of your merch, which I'm showing off. Glad I remembered that. Yeah, there's a toy Foxy posted in Fnaf 2, granted it's just the head, but still. It's the first toy action figure in the complete wrong wave. You are right, Rick. It wouldn't be so bad if it was in the right wave, but I also don't think the figure itself is very good. But yeah, Nightmare Foxy. The OST is just my random ambient FNAF playlist, guys. The link should be in the description as well. Plastic Squeak. Update to your area, yep. Ah, Mr. Kraus. Johannes Grau. Hello. Matt just gets drowned out by FNAF 3. Oh, sorry. He won't read chat till he's done, so he's just going to do the whole thing being drowned out. Oh well, my bad. Sorry. I thought I fixed the audio at the start. I'll make sure that it's much quieter next time. But yeah, stellar animations? Huh? Okay. Yeah, JTAG, please don't spam gibberish. It's the Bean Hunter. Look at him, it's the Bean Hunter. That meme is dead, but it was a good one. John Python's here, hello, and Pitt, thank you all for joining. I know Pitt was here since the start. Rick has video lessons, but I'm not going since my family's in a vulnerable group. Good work, man. Turn on the background song so you don't hear anything. Lefty, yeah, holds his mic and is right. At least you can hear me. I'll turn the music down a bit now, alright? I'm sorry. The music's gonna go down just a tad, okay? Come on, Funko, it's in the name. Lefty's name is not because he holds his mic in his left hand. It's not that bad. It's not because he's left-handed, but it's like, it's one of his, or her, whatever it is, most iconic details that defines who they are and makes them different to Rockstar Freddy, rather than just being like some weird recolor. And that's why it's so important. And yeah, the anagram actually has an E at the end, which is funnily enough. But yeah, they call him Lefty with a Y, so it's just the nickname. I'm just reading everything Rick and Fred are saying, and although you guys seem to be arguing, I agree with both, because you're just... I mean... I don't know what you're arguing over, you're agreeing. Lefty equals Leafy. Could have just called him Freddy or Joe. Fucking Joe. I like Lefty though. I don't know why. I mean, left-handed, only 10% of the human population is left-handed. I think it goes to show how, you know, what's the line? Some bots like to break the mold, you know, some bots are just gold. I might have been listening to that earlier. When the song drops, he's going to get drowned out again. I'm sorry, I'll make it quieter, I've done it. The new final Pizza Sim speech. Indeed, it always seems to come on when I'm doing shoutouts. Hey, Stella's making the stream highlights. Stella, thank you so much. You're a legend. You get brownie points. That's epic. Thank you. Thank you. The SL music dies in drowning out. Looks like Dreadbear. Cries an editor. It looks like Dreadbear. Yeah, actually. Pretty cool. The Pops, Rick has named them in chat, so if you want to know what they all are in order, you can see them in chat. You can scroll back if you haven't done it already. Very helpful. Fred guy never cared which hand. I mean, again, I'd not complain that much, but like I said, it's one of his most iconic details. Her, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it's on the. I mean, yeah, it probably is the most minor detail, but it's still important. Black Widow endgame pop. Nice! Good find. The lefty pop has his microphone on the left arm, but the action figure is on the right. Well, this is just stupid. Alright, you know what, guys? You know what I can actually do, though? There's this little thing we have we call Blue Tech, and it will literally solve any problem. All you gotta do is take the tech, make it smack. Get yourselves ready for... Not quite Freddy. Boys! Oh my god, it's Lefty with left-hand mic. Guys, it's Lefty with left-hand mic. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, Super epic. Oh my god, it's Lefty with left hand mic. Oh. Is that good? You're gonna clip that. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely fucking gorgeous. Anyways, there you have it. There is the last 4, and now I don't think I've got time for a full display. So what I'm gonna do is just sweep these guys to the side and start with the builder figures. Now, there were 4 waves and 4 builder figures. The first was Springtrap. So let's dig out all the parts and get them all straightened out. So I'll take out the torsos because I don't want to get the arms and legs mixed up. Nightmare is left and right, they're very difficult to tell. Now, this isn't actually part of the build, but it just happens to be kind of broken, and his ear, it kind of just, yeah, you know. I'm going to read chat one more time, and then I'm just going to focus on this. That's supposed to be on his arm, isn't it? Okay, cool. That is everything. We're good. So, chat, I'm going to read this, and then, why isn't my light working? What happened there? Okay, it's sort of working. It's a bit weak. I have fixed the sins of Father Funko. Yes, I've fixed the sins. Perfect figure now, 10 out of 10. I think world peace has been attained. 10 out of 10! There are other details that aren't inaccurate. It's just the flex and the paint job, right? What details were you thinking of, Fred, man? Oops, let me just... Oh, man. It's just a meme, dude. It's just a meme. Oh my god, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Ooh, DJ's had a new QOTD idea. A piece of merch of withered Golden Freddy in his floating head form. Maybe as an action figure or pop. A pop would be very good. Action figure, maybe. Parts and service in a nutshell. Alright, see you, Stella. Thank you so much for joining. Please fix my light. Help me. Help me. It's broken. It's not working. I'm using my foot to try and get the wires fixed, because they have to be pointing in a certain direction. They have to kind of bend upwards. It's really weird. You do know that Lefty isn't just a lazy recolor, right? It's extremely similar. It's not lazy at all, but it is a recolor. The nose? Wait, what do you mean? Hang on, let me go get Rockstar Freddy. What do you mean? The nose is different? Oh, I'm just curious. I mean, the noses look identical here, but those are the figures. But yeah, anyways, so I'm now going to move on to Springtrap. I'm going to have the light here because it looks really cool. I don't know if I'd buy Withered Heady, to be honest, but I mean, like, solid idea. I think a pop would be better than a figure, because the figures are like the collection, and they should be like high quality. I think Golden Heady would be like a fun one for the pop series, or even the mystery minis. I think it would be good for that, but not so much. I can't get the light to work, guys. I'm sorry. The game renders, not the figures themselves. Oh, okay. If you say so. No, I'm pretty sure he's identical. But yeah, solid idea. So, Springtrap. Focus on this, not me, anyways. So here's his torso. We could just put him together. So we got right leg, left leg. No, hang on. Oh shit, which leg is which? Oh, hang on. It does say on the inside. 2L. Is that an arm? I think that's supposed to be the right leg and the left leg. No, hang on. No. You can tell from the way the feet are pointing. Crap. Can't believe I got them mixed up. Yeah, okay. So, left leg, right leg. Here we go. Guys, look. It's armless Springtrap. Oh, you can't see jack shit. I'm sorry. Armless Springtrap, boys. Look at him. Look at this beauty. Look at this absolutely gorgeous, damn crazy. And yeah, his arms are the right way around for sure. So yeah, Springtrap. Now, let's review Springtrap. I like how he's built the figure. It's a solid choice for the first wave. The design is pretty epic. You can see all the kind of, you know, tears in the right place. He's got that chest hole, like, you know, that body, with the, like, flesh peeking through, which is unique. They got his ears spot on with, like, the amount of, like, you know, damage they've taken. They took the time to do his feet. We're going to go to the chat screen, so all the streams have been building up to. You can see, I'm really trying, guys. The light's just annoying. You've got the feet real good. You got like the flesh wrapped around. It's just like Fnaf 3. It's a bit bright red and like lacking detail, but I think they got it as good as they probably could. So I don't mind too much. The color scheme is pretty much spot on. He's got like yellow-green thing going on, although his chest is a different shade, which is really weird. And I believe the lower parts of his legs are actually supposed to be a darker shade of green, so they would have been more of a brown than a yellow when he was on stage. There's also like the fingers, like that finger being snapped off. There isn't much paint on it, but it doesn't need to when you can see, again, there's no tears, which is a bit of a shame. But you can see the hand there. And they're both just kind of straight, so you can't really hold stuff without blue tech. Whoops. And other than the fact that his hands are lacking detail and they can only, there's not as much you can do with them, that is pretty good. Now, his head's really important, obviously, because that's his face. And most of the details are pretty accurate. Unfortunately, mine have slightly derpy eyes, but like they got the iconic scar on one side, the nose with like the 5 points. So that looks like 6. His teeth as well, the kind of tombstone-looking teeth. The things I don't like about this figure though are varying, because there's actually quite a lot that honestly could be critiqued. Like the texture and the look is great, but there are some things which you think don't quite look right. The flesh is a bit kind of too bright red. In the game, it's more of like a limpid kind of pink with less saturation. I wonder if that would have looked better. I feel like, again, that's just the figure break. Don't worry about that. I feel like the head shape's a bit strange. Like he doesn't look as like skinny as he did in the game. He looks more like Scrap Trap. I guess it's just like it's a little too square and not round enough. And obviously they couldn't rotate the torso, which is a shame because it's just early on. But the worst thing really is his posability, because there's not really a lot you can do. His legs are fairly posable, they're pretty good. But his arms are very limited because of how they designed his shoulders, and he can't really lift his arm up without it breaking off. I can get it round like there, but it's very difficult to have his arms in a lot of different positions and let the ear keep snapping off, because that's just like old and broken. But like it's very difficult, and this one's even worse. Like his elbow joint is probably the weakest, because it's like there's just so few positions it can go in without the whole thing just snapping off. Like there's basically only one position it can be in, and it's not that good. It's disappointing. He does easily come apart as well, like wave 1, which is just a bit of a shame. But yeah, you can rotate his arm, but you can't really bend it. So his positions are very much limited to kind of any kind of stance that just has his hands pointing to the ground, which is kind of meh. And also like I think there's just some details which don't look quite right, but that is everything I can criticize about it. I like most of the design, most of the like half the posability is good, and his parts can be mixed and matched pretty well. The main thing is they did capture his design. There's mostly good level of detail, but it's inconsistent with the hands, and like the posability is crap with the shoulders. That needs to stop. But you get the idea. I honestly, like, for wave 1, this is not bad, but it's not great either. There are things that could have been done better with Springtrap, in my opinion. But yeah, there he is. I'm gonna go back to the show and tell screen. Just guys, look, hang on, look, it's Scrap Trap custom. It's fucking Afton, boys. Hang on. See, this is what I mean. His forearms break off really easily. You can only have them in like one pose. Guys, it's Scrap Trap. It's Scrap Trap confirmed. Where the fuck did his ear go? Yeah, it's freaking Scrap Trap custom. He's not that ugly, but it is what it is. Now, the next figure is Nightmare. So, as you can see, I've got the torso here. I'm going to move Peanut Trap off to the side. Leave those pieces with him. So, we've got the torso, obviously. Now, this is the... Shit, this is left and right. I think this is right arm and leg. Because left arm and leg... left arm from foot to... So, this is the right arm and leg. And I get these mixed up all the time, honestly. It's such a frustrating thing. But yeah, Nightmare is a very weird figure. Because they're not really like any of the others at all. The way you put the thing together, the model, they actually went out of the way to originally model this, which is good, and I appreciate that, but like, it's really, they can't stand up on their own, which I appreciate for the sake of accuracy, but it does kind of suck that there isn't like a stand or something for them. And they're also really freaking tall. Put that in perspective, standing up straight, Night Marion's like 1.5 times as tall as Springtrap, and like even if you try and crouch him a bit, they're still by far the tallest character in this whole set of merch. So Night Marion is huge. To scale, they're probably like 7-8 feet tall, which sounds about right. The puppet attraction isn't nearly that big, but like they're supposed to like a monster version. And yeah, now let's go get this on the main cam so we can get some more detail. Night Marion is pretty good. It's a bit of a strange choice. I was expecting Nightmare Fredbear in place of Toy Foxy. Or no, I was expecting Nightmare Fredbear to be the buildable and then maybe Nightmare BB to be in place of Toy Foxy. That would have made way more sense. Or a plush trap. But instead we got Night Marion, which seems strange. But then they sort of became the poster boy for Ultimate Custom Night. And they also featured in Help Wanted as well. And it's like, is Night Marion still not canon? Because Night Marion's kind of appearing all over the place. And Ultimate Custom Night has to be canon. It's got to be. So it would make a lot of sense if Night Marion was canon, but Scott said specifically the Halloween Edition characters weren't canon when Fnaf or Halloween Edition came out. So there's a couple answers to that possibly, but nothing's been confirmed ever, so we can't know. Now, the ribcage is a bit weird because they've just got these like stumps around the main area, but that is kind of how it looks. You can actually see very slightly there's a kind of abs model, which is really strange to be honest, but I mean I don't know how accurate that is, but I guess it made sense. The back looks even weirder to be honest, but other than that this figure is fantastic. Look at the modelling on the legs, they look like freaking tendons or muscles like wrapped around, really nasty. The fingers are right, they got like the white kind of like what do you call them, like stripes. And actually what you can do with the arm, these are flexible, so you can actually stretch them out and stuff to get that kind of effect, which is really cool. I haven't done it much, but I've had this thing long enough. I'm just gonna let rip now. I'm gonna stretch Night Marion's fingies, because that honestly looks way creepier and way better. It's like Bonnie's ears, but like you won't snap them. They get really stiff about halfway up. They're like tied together, but they can look really good if you do it like look at that. It's the Puppet Master. Really spooky figure, and that finally just leaves the face. I mean, there's always his ass, but they put the tag or whatever on that, which makes sense for it's a toy. But the face again, it's not a detailed figure. It's got very stark, boldly drawn features, and they did it justice. The eyes, the lips, the tears, and the teeth are all correct. The colours are right, and there really aren't any like colour mess-ups here. And it looks genuinely horrifying. It's really spooky. And actually, I don't think they could have done Night Marion better. I just think it's a bit of a weird choice of figure. But either way, this is probably the closest we'll get to the puppet, unless someone requests that to Puppet Steve. Yeah, I just think this is really good. This is serious improvement from Springtrap. It's again a very different, very weird model. You can't really mix and match as much, but it's a funky one, and I like it. It's good. So the one main problem with it that's a flaw is that you can't really stand it up on its own because it's just got freaking tiny legs. So I'm gonna make it do a Ballora, and it's gonna crawl. It's gonna crawl like it crawled towards Charlie. So there you go. Very, very scary. Now the next one is Ennard, your boy or your gal. Most people say Ennard's a he, and I don't know why, because Ennard is a they, and if anything they're female, because most of its animatronic inhabitants are female. But the souls, no idea. But you know, is there a boy possessing Ballora? Do you really want that in canon? You know. Moving on. So the legs are here, the arms are here. Let's do this. So I always get these mixed up, right? But baby's eye is on the left leg. That's how you remember. And the right leg is the thin one without the wire. We get Ennard on here, boys. And it honestly, it's guys. Hold on, we have to do this for the meme. Armless Ennard, armless Ennard. Haha, I've done the funny. You are now permitted to laugh. then there's like the arms. I'm pretty sure they actually do follow kind of human. They have to follow human. He only actually. No, he does have 5 fingers. This is a really stumpy finger. Oh, his 5th finger on his left hand I actually lost. It actually broke. He should have 5 fingers now, but he's only got 4. So yeah, that's my fault, but it's like a stump finger now. I don't know how well you guys can see that. But yeah, there's Enid. We're gonna review him. Look at this. Let's go. So Enid is honestly one of the best figures in terms of the buildables, and I'll show you why. I mean, he's unique. Now, obvious failures, eyebrows. Now, I kind of don't blame them, because Scott wasn't consistent with eyebrows either. I'm going to get up all the official Enid renders and show you guys what I mean. If you search, sorry 350, I appreciate you, but if you search Enid, FNAF SL, but it's already given us the right result. But, you may notice he's got 2 red eyebrows during his custom light jump scare. You can see that clearly here, right? There it is, makes sense. But in the extras menu, he seems to be missing an eyebrow. Or both eyebrows, it's not clear. That's a fan-made model. Where's the official thing? I need a high-quality render, boy. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. His eyebrow's missing. You can just see it on the left side, but he's missing 1 eyebrow. Which is really strange. And yeah, it's not consistent at all, obviously, with his mask, the jump scare, something like that. If I look up Enid mask, circus control, or whatever it's called. No, it's primary control module, isn't it? Primary control model, PCM. Here's another render. You can barely make it out, but he also seems to be missing an eyebrow here. Let me try this again. Primary control module. Yeah, here we go. He's got both eyebrows. So the point is, Scott made an error in the extras menu and possibly in other parts of the game where he's missing his eyebrow. And this almost carried over into Ultimate Custom Night, but he fixed it. However, having him missing both eyebrows in the figure is a bit strange. Like, I'm surprised they messed it up that bad. I get that the extras menu would have been their main reference to make the body so accurate, but the mask, bit of an oof. I've considered drawing on eyebrows in the past, but I didn't want to accidentally ruin the figure, so I refrained. However, other than the eyebrows and the weirdly small eyes, the hat, okay, it is missing the green stripes, but the rest of the hat, the mouth, the torso, arms, and legs, with all the eyeballs, Funtime Foxy here, Ballora here, although that's not correct canonically because it looks like the others, Ballora's tiny eyes, Funtime Freddy, and Circus Baby, they're actually spot on. The wires even look the exact same. I'm not sure about the back because we don't really see this in-game. But, like, the actual shape of the wires is even really similar. Never mind the placement of the eyes and stuff. They've got, like, the Ballora's torso with, like, the bits coming around the same way. They've got, like, Funtime Foxy's or Freddy's arm or whatever in the same place. And he's the most articulate figure of all of them. Every single figure I've reviewed, because he can even move his wrists. His wrists have their own ball joint, so he can be, like, really twisted around and stuff. I like to get him on all fours sometimes. Even though he doesn't crawl around that much in the game. Like, you know, it's not really shown if he does. But, like, you can really twist him around and stuff, and it's kind of amazing, and sometimes hilarious. And, yeah, it's, you know, they got the feet the right shape, the legs the right way. It's actually a really well-made figure, because a lot of details there. You can see they've done all these individual wires properly, modelled and everything. There's high posability. And there aren't really any parts which, like, feel static. Like, you know, you can stretch his arms in ways that Springtrap can barely dream of. And yeah, you know, the only real bad things are some small details. The eyes are too small, the eyebrows are missing, and the green stripes in the hat are missing. That's it. Pretty much everything else, as far as I'm concerned, is spot on. I've got a model here for reference. You know, they've done the button right. They've clearly used this as a reference. It's a shame that Sister Location characters don't have opening faceplates. And it would have been cool if he had like an alternate head at least, where you could like have the faceplates removed. But I'm not fussed. It was a really good billable figure, and I think they did him real good justice. This is a top piece of merchandise. So I'm going to place him back with the group on the show and tell screen. Get it over here. I've just realised it's 5:30, by the way. I should be finishing soon, so apologies for the delays. But yeah, here we go. There he is. I'm trying to get him into a funky pose. Look at that, so quirky though. His leg broke off. That's not good. That's not quirky. But yeah, you get the idea. His legs aren't as poseable, but they're not stiff by any means. So there you go. Now we have the last one. Let's get his guitar. There's the arms and legs. All we need is the torso and head. Now, obviously, I had a real hard time putting this head on this torso. I felt like giving birth. I literally made a baby, guys. And it took a lot of effort, but I'm hoping it was worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one, the only Scrap Baby. Fuck Freddy, man. I'm all about that Circus Baby's Pizza World crap. They gave the animatronics boobs. What's it like? Seriously though, no, not seriously. I'm joking. That was a joke. Please don't. Please no. Please. This is arguably the greatest figure that Funko has made. Full stop. Like, in all honesty, if it really came down to it, this would be my number one. If I could only own one figure, this would be it. Why would I pick Scrap Baby out of everybody? Why would this be the only figure I would pick if I could only own one? Here's why. Look at the sheer amount of detail that went into modelling this and painting this. Let's just start with the face. Again, some things aren't accurate. She hasn't got like the blue panels, but it's a small complaint when you look at the hair, the crown, the face, the mouth. Yes, her chest, they got the lights and everything. It's almost completely accurate. The belly button, the skirt, the freaking legs, the roller skates. Look at it. Look at this freaking gorgeous ass. Not literally, please. Oh, this is going to be... Just look at it. Look at the amount of detail. How much detail is that compared to the other figures that we've had before? Look at the layers. There's the claw, the iconic claw arm from both sides. Obviously, this might be less accurate because we've never actually seen her back, but you know, not bad. This should have more withering, but not bad. I'm trying to think what else have we not looked at yet. Her other arm, the claw, not the claw arm, but the actual claw. Look how big her fucking hand is. Look at that. Like, I don't think I even need to explain. You can see there's so many more layers, so many more little pieces, so many more tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of models. Like, each individual wire, Ennard style, has been modelled. And then they've had the actual costume on top. It's almost like they've built it like a real animatronic would be built. Endo, then costume. I'm trying to get this across to you guys. Look at the legs. Look at those leg panels, the red underneath. There's it's bits wrapped around, and they got all the withering on like every surface and layer where it should be. The roller skates actually look great. There's a lack of detail there, admittedly, but you know, you're not really supposed to see there. And just look at that. There's really, design-wise, only very, very nitpicky things I could say. Like, oh, the chest light should be lowered down and the tits should be bigger. But look at the, like, oh, she should have blue face panels. What else could I really critique? Oh, you didn't put all the different colours in her hair. Okay, that one actually is kind of valid. Because if I get up a reference, of Scrap Baby, you guys can see what I mean. Please be, where are the official? We actually see so little of her in game. I can only find fan models. So I'm just going to take the first result because fan modelers tend to be extremely accurate anyways. So if you think, oh, this isn't accurate because it's a fan-made model, well, I'm doing my best, alright? I'm doing my very best. But just look at that, then look back at the figure. Okay, so they missed the blue hair, they missed the varying colour faceplates. The eyes are as detailed as they could be, honestly. They couldn't add some of the tiniest details, but the amount that they did add, and the actual level that the paint and stuff went to is good. Some of the colours are slightly wrong, but I'm being ultra nitpicky here. An action figure won't have that much detail always, and actually, this is far higher than the standard Funko had before. And that was only talking about Scrap Baby's design. Posability, not a problem. She can do the frickin' splits, you know? Like, the roller skates, she can really bend her legs. Look at that. Amazing. Her freaking arms, they can go, like, she's got the shoulder pads, but they don't hinder her much. Even her hair doesn't hinder her head movement that much at all. Her head kind of bends, because it gets, like, on there, and it doesn't, it's like, I can't describe it. You know, there's a chance you'll break the neck piece every time you put the head on, so you've got to be really careful with that. But, all of that moves really well. You can have the arms go, like, this way and that. You can do a lot with Scrap Baby, alright? So that's the detail. The posing is perfect. Obviously, you can take pieces apart and put them back together. You can't really easily remove the head from the torso, but I'm not fussed, because I probably wouldn't mix and match this one anyway. Her torso does, of course, move, because she's a Wave 4 character, so they've perfectly balanced it out now. There's really not anything else I can think to even critique about this. Like, even the materials they've chosen, it feels like that feels sharp. That actually does feel a little bit sharp. It's only plastic, but they got the look right, and, like, it bends. The hair is, like, stiff, which it probably should be, because it's metal. And, like, her face feels soft, but, like, her arms feel, like, kind of rough, because they got, like, more edges and stuff with all the different wires protruding. I'm not going to touch other parts of her. Don't even get me started. Why do I keep thinking? The roller skates, you know, it feels, obviously, it's plastic, but, like, you know, the detail level and the texture and the paint and everything is kind of insane for Funko. So maybe I'm holding Funko up to a low standard, but this is honestly the #1 figure for me. There's very little I can complain about Scrap Baby. So yeah, there she is, in all her glory. And now I'm going to put on the show and tell screen, talk to chat, and finish the stream, because this is the end, fellas. I know I said I'd make a big display, but I also don't. We've already run over. I've got things to be doing. So, yeah. I'm sorry it took so long for me to review all of these figures, but I hope it was worth it. I have massively enjoyed this. It's been a different thing for Debate Direct. There's going to be a break from Debate Direct, naturally, but sooner or later I'll come back with some new content, and maybe, just maybe down the line, I'll do another merch review after Security Breach has had its merch come out. You never know. If you've watched the leaks, you'll know that there have been some new figures announced. So yeah, those are the buildable figures of the franchise. You got Springtrap, Scrap Trap, Nightmare on Lefty, Enid, Morton Freddy, and Scrap Baby. You know, these actually do parallel, unintentionally, the 4 salvages. And I noticed that. And I was like, wow, that was not planned, was it? And it's actually really neat, I think. It's quite clever. As weird as a choice Nightmare is, I'm happy with it. I just wish we'd got Nightmare Fredbear. And you know what? Maybe we still can. Maybe we can have Pizzeria-style waves in the future where it's a bit of a random set of characters. We could get Nightmare Fredbear with Mangle, and maybe BB and the Puppet, and Spring Bonnie, or something like that, you know, if those characters were, like, missing. Excuse me. But that is all, guys. We are done. I'm just gonna go to the show and tell screen. I'm gonna read chat. Alright? So, yeah, what do we think? Excuse me. That is, forgive me. Don't feel so good. So, yeah. Where are we up to? Buy Stella left, okay. So, chat. Solid idea. game renders. The Lolbit Pop looks sick though. It's got a similar idea to Withered Hetty. Yes, I know the one you mean, Rick. Well, Lolbit Pop is very good. It looks absolutely epic. Please, Fazbear Frights Pop and action figures. It would be so cool. A bit unusual, but really cool to have merchandise based on the novels. I would love for there to be like Fetch as like a pop or an action figure. Maybe like Count the Ways Freddy as an exclusive action figure, or you know, something like that. That would be really cool. Springtrap exclusive figure extra transforms into Scraptrap over time. Yes, perfect. He is supposed to kind of have endo fingers, yeah, but again, they only did so much detail on that. Michael M's friend is here again. Global Lifts and Transport, hello. Liftman 2.0, because Meow's, not Michael, Meow is the Liftman number 1. Into the Pit, Spring Bonnie. Oof, I don't know, I mean, it'd be cool, but like, if it's anything like the model from your game, no offense, but that thing's ugly as hell. I mean, spooky, but ugly. Sans Pop. Your cries shan't stop it. Yeah, the Sans. Fucking please, give us Sans. A Fazbear Frights wave would be cool. I think I would prioritise Withered and Security Breach, and maybe Help Wanted, but yeah, Fazbear Frights would be cool. Maybe when they've got, like, the first 8 books out, if they're going to do more of that, I don't know, that could be, like, a thing, that'd be cool. The game came out almost 5 years ago, so I don't think there'll be pops. A shame, but yeah, you're probably right. Nightmarion's rise to fame is honestly something I quite like. Your logic shan't save you. Your logic will not save you. Honestly, that is... I know you're probably talking about the Sans thing, but I agree. Nightmarion is a cool character. I hope they are canon now, because the Nightmare puppet is awesome. The voice, the appearance, the sheer monstrosity of it. Again, yeah, it said Nightmare BB was the only canon one, which is why I thought it would be in the set. But I don't know. I think DJ might be right in that they're not canon during the Halloween DLC, but they are canon in UCN as a product of William's imagination or something like that. There's a lot of ways it could go. Sans Puppet. You want all of them. Oh, man. I mean, you have to get Toy Foxy to get Nightmare, but it's all good, honestly. I love the figures. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't collect them, but I am the collector. It is a bit terrifying, Rick. Let me make it a little more terrifying for you. Let me just make it less terrifying for you, Rick. Let me help you out there. No light can save you now. Let me just make that a little bit more terrifying. Oh shit. Well, that went well. Was that terrifying? That was terrifying for Nightmare. They just plummeted. Nightmare's fucking dead now. It's Ennard's turn. Ennard's just gonna he's just gonna teabag him. Ennard is an it, or both genders. Yeah, Ennard, I always use plural nouns when talking about Ennard. But yeah, Ennard is referred to with male pronouns. It just makes no sense. It's just really weird. Scott forbids it. Yeah. Even the Help Wanted model is missing an eyebrow. That was it. I was like, the Help Wanted model's missing an eyebrow? Did Scott not save after he made UCN? So bad, honestly. The Orb. Hello. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I've just noticed there's no desktop audio. Did the music stop? Video pause, continue watching. Of course I want to continue watching. Guys, if the music stops, let me know. The whole point is to fill the, emptiness and give it a bit of atmos. Personal headcanon, it fell off or some crap. But that's just a theory. A baseless theory. That's valid, dude. Stream's laggy. Shit, I hope not. No one else is complaining about lag, so it might just be you, mate. But I hope it... Okay, lack thereof, yeah. I hope it fixed itself. The Ennard's torso is great, the eyebrows do throw you off. The lack thereof, I agree. I might draw them on. The MHA, hello, thanks for joining. The first concept art for Clown. I thought you'd already done multiple concept arts. We might be talking about different art, because you did the character concept art, that was for Clown. Next up, Test Baba, Scrap Baby. Yes. And props to me for collecting the lot. Screenshotted, perfect out of context line. Great! Me fiddling with Scrap Baby's assets. Great content. Everybody wants to see me hold a figure that's female. Ugh, I hate it. You convinced me, gotta buy all the Fnaf 6 figures now. They might look better on camera than they do in real life, guys. Like, honestly, Even Spring, I will admit though, I do love him. Springtrap's old and broken, but I still love him. Just visualize actually having it, and let that be the decider whether you want to buy it or not. Because that was me with all of these, and I went and bought all of them because I do want them, and they've been fun. Scrap Baby, I feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not into that. It's not on screen. Whoops. But yeah. Oh, the Dart Revival announcement. Well, there wasn't much of an announcement. I mean, they said the reason it's taking so long is because they're not making the game to chapters anymore. Quick sidetrack, because Mickey's asked, Milo has asked, and I think that's, still kind of relevant. I honestly don't mind, but it does kind of suck, because now we lose out on that chapter to chapter vibe that Bending the Machine had, which was magical. You had, the cliffhangers, and the tension, the suspense, and all the trying to, predict what could be happening next and speculate on the next chapter, and how, each chapter was kind of its own thing. I don't really like it being released as one game, but at this point, I don't care, because it's been delayed, and it's not really in my mind. I've sort of distanced myself from Bendy, and like always, I'm gonna come back into it when there's new content. I don't really care that much, is the truth. Your Scrap Baby torso doesn't move. Oof, but Orville does. Orville should. They all should have moving torsos. The only one who doesn't do that, who should, is Toy Foxy from Wave 2. Again, another reason that they're kind of stupid. We kind of do have the scraps. I'm not fussed about Peanut Trap, because he's ugly as hell. Molten Freddy would be cool, but he's probably the least important in terms of individual characters. You got Scrap Baby and Lefty, and, Molten Freddy would be cool, actually. I think Molten Freddy would be one I would make, but it's not needed. We've got two of them, guys, and I think that's pretty epic. I think having two of them, they got probably the most important two from the game. So I'm happy. We've already got Springtrap, and we've already got Ennard, so having these two, good. I'm happy with that. And yes, thank you, DJ. I'm glad you have enjoyed you've had a good ride. I killed Nightmarion. I'm really getting sick of the hate. I'm just saying, Peanut Trap is ugly as fuck. Or are we talking about Pit Bonnie? I'm allowed to have an opinion, aren't I? I'm just saying what I feel. Oh my god. Guys, Starmy Gaming's destroyed me. He's destroyed me mentally. You're stupid. Oh my god. Oh, it hurts. Oh no, he called me stupid. Oh my god, it's my stupid, guys. My stupid. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna cree and piss my pants. He's talking about somebody stupid. Yeah, I can't believe Nightmare's fucking dead. This is what happened after Ultimate Custom Night, and OMC was like, Golden Freddy, you gotta snap your fingers. Imagine OMC's behind the camera. Okay, fine. He's fucking yoked. That, my friends, is enough of that. So yeah, let's move it back. So, fellas, that is the end of the stream. If you have enjoyed, do leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of all the new Mr. Mac content coming to you, and share this with your friends to keep the community growing. There are over 200 of us now, and I'm really, really pleased and happy to be, at that level. If I go to my channel real quick, it's also worth looking in the description. Obviously, go check out 350. Please support their cause in any way you can. Even if it's just spreading the message like I've done, if it's donating, participating, whatever it be, they are doing something really good for the world, and you should definitely join in with that if you can. Here's some of my other videos and streams. If you're interested in this, subscribe, please. Thank you. And of course, check out the QOTD winner as well as the rest of my social medias: Instagram, Twitter, Discord, in the link in the description. Now, the QOTD, I am struggling to pick. We had Rick, who Rockstar Freddy Piggy Bank, Fred Guy with a big sculpture of a figure like Springtrap, and DJ. Oh shit! What was DJ's? It was halfway through. Can't remember what DJ's was. I can't remember what DJ's QOTD submission was. Could you remind me? Was it the Golden Freddo head? Ooh, Livy's throwing it in there. Merch of Vanny or Glitch Trap. I mean, there might be. There was a figure listed for the next wave called Vanny, spelled I-E instead of Y, which is really weird. But that might be, we might be getting a figure of Vanny. Glitch Trap, well, you know, his actual name's Spring Bonnie Man. Glitch Trap's the unused Springtrap animation. So really, Mallet has a better nickname. But we might also get him as the buildable figure. That would make sense. He's returning the stupid. Right, got it. Cheers. God, these are all good. Hello, Logan. Oh, yes. Golden Heady Pop or Dreadbear and Grim Foxy action figures. Thanks for joining, Logan. Guys, it's really hard for me to pick one. And I'm thinking, and I like them all. But honestly, I think Rick had the best shout out. Because he very cleverly combined a game mechanic with, you know, a character's idea. Now, I'm wondering if no, it's not actually Rickadoodle, it's Rickadibble, alright? Everyone stop calling him Rickadoodle, his name's Rickadibble now. I'm going to stop that, because Rickadoodle is his DeviantArt, right? Shit, I just closed the tab. That's not good. The point is, the fucking point, right? Rickadoodle, Doodle Man, is DeviantArt. Hang on. Wait, have I been here? Yeah, we don't care about that. Rickadibble, fellas, is a YouTuber now, right? He does them videos and streams. Terraria, Minecraft Dungeons. Finished it in 2 streams? Holy shit, that's not a long game at all. I thought the game would be way longer. Point is, if you like that kind of content, go subscribe. He's only on 21. He's a little small pee boy, alright? He plays games sometimes. The link's in the description, guys, please. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Rickadoodle. But jokes aside, that really is it. Everyone had some really good suggestions there, and it was hard to pick, but I think that one's the most creative, honestly. I do like all of your suggestions, though. If there was Vanny or Glitch Trap merch, I would buy that. DJ, I think I would definitely buy figures of Dreadbear and Grim Foxy. And Fred Guy, that would be an amazing piece of merch to own, although it might be a bit expensive for me in the short term. QOTD, Chalky Milk. Have some Chalky Milk. Because you're epic. Well, this isn't Chalky Milk, this is cream soda. It would be really cool. One like Lego figure light size, I imagine. Rickadoodle's just Discord. Rickadibdab. Rickadibdab. I'll stop. Atomic Games, hello. I'm seeing loads of new faces. Really happy about that. Thanks. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end the stream now, alright? So, again, this might not be the last merch review if Security Breach leads on to anything. And, of course, I have other non-Fnaf, non-Bendy merch, which I haven't looked at already. But for now, this is the end. So, wave goodbye with the wrong arm. No, with the right arm. Wave goodbye. And, I'll see you all soon. Because I'm doing another stream in just 3 hours. Stay hydrated.